Hey everybody, we've got my buddy Mike's Jeep on the lift today. I'm going to sneak around, try and get him in the picture, show you how bad he made a mess of this thing. The front's not too bad, but we got rotors and pads for the front. Let me sneak you around to the back. There's Mike, you've heard me talk about him before. Machinist extraordinaire. He's made some parts for me and we've talked about him in the past. Look at what a disaster he made of this rear. There's supposed to be a rotor here, but
still on the other side.
Yeah, we're going to look at the other side, Mike. Hang in there. This caliper got locked up horribly, completely ate the rotor away. Let's look at the shame on his face again. There he is. Look at, he's going to turn away. He's like, hey, hold on. Look at all the gear oil that's been slinging out of this thing. Look at it. So he says to me, the rear end's making noise. Gee, I wonder why. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can't see, but it's leaking out this driver's side pretty bad. Let's look at the disaster he made of this side. Hold on, look, this is the rotor. That's what's left of the rotor. Don't let this happen, fellas. Do not let this happen to your calipers. These got stuck on and never ever came loose. So no more rotor here. Again, look at the shame on his face. Yeah, it all comes out. The truth comes out when the vehicle gets on the lift and the wheels come off. So we're going to tear this up and see how ugly it is. Hopefully the sliders will be okay for us, but new calipers, hoses, rotors, pads, everything. So we'll come back and revisit in just a minute. Okay guys, that's how the rear caliper came off, and that's what's left of the rotor. It just completely separated from the hub part of the rotor. Complete disaster here. We're gonna have to change the shoes out on here, and let me show you where we're at on the other side. We've got the axle out, seal was leaking bad, and on the Dana 44s you've got your plate, you've got your seal, you got your bearing, and then you got that lock collar. So I did not have any of that in stock, so Gary's out in the field trying to locate that stuff, but I don't know if any of you guys out there get the same story, you know, oh, we can get it from the warehouse in the afternoon. Nobody wants to stock any parts here in Connecticut because you got to pay, you know, tax on all your parts there when you do inventory. So Connecticut's a real bear to get parts because none of the auto parts stores stock anything, but they say they can get it from the warehouse. So maybe the afternoon before we get our bearing and our seal. And let's see how the front's coming. We got some wheel spacers on here because look at the size of that wheel spacer. Again, there's Mike again. Check him out. He's got to have, look at the size of the wheels he put on here. You know, he's got to have those 33 1250s on there. So he's rubbing a little bit. So we got some spacers on there, new rotor, calipers were good. We got some new pads in there. So things are coming along. Hopefully Gary's going to come back with some parts and we can finish up the rear. Okay guys, when you change the seal on your 44 axle, you got to get this collar off first. So we're going to center punch that. This is not reusable, so this is going to get drilled, and then we're going to split it with a chisel. Then we'll press the bearing off, get the seal off, and then put everything back together in the reverse that we take it apart. And it's kind of a pain. So if you guys have Dana 44 rear axles, good stuff to keep in stock would be a seal, a bearing, and a couple of these collars here. Because if your seal goes bad, like I was saying, parts store might not have it. And sometimes you need it, and it's just not there for you. So we're just going to drill with a 5/16 bit. almost all the way through, and then we'll get a chisel, come across there, and that'll split, and we'll take it over to the press that bearing off. Let me go grab a chisel and be right back with you. Okay, we're going to try and split this now. Safety glasses when you're using your chisel. And if it doesn't go easy, you could always drill a little bit more, but don't drill too much at first. You don't want to hit your axle. There it went. Okay, now that that's off, take this over to the press that axle off, that bearing off the axle, and like I say, Gary is out there now picking up some new parts for us, and we'll be ready to go in no time. Mike's handling the front rotors. There he is again. We're catching him again. He's handling the front rotors and getting the pads set up just right. He's camera shy, but he's making the front happen. He stuck me with the back where it's a disaster. He's doing all the easy stuff, but we'll get him. Okay, I am going to head over to the press and get this bearing off. Okay guys, it was a disaster back here, but we've got new rotors, new calipers, new axle bearing and seal, so this side will be not dripping anymore. We're draining the fluid from the differential center there. We got this side done. Put new e-brake shoes in there. We did find a couple of chipped teeth in there.
Those were that way when they made it.
Mike says he didn't do that. You see that spider gear in there? Yeah, it took a beating. So this is a factory track lock, and we don't have the parts or anything for it today, so we're going to flush the center out. We're going to put some lube in there, put the cover back on, and call this one a wrap. Still got to bleed the whole system, and it shouldn't be too bad in the back because it's brand new calipers. We'll see how the front treats us. And there it is. Let's zoom in on Mike again. There he is again. See, he knows when he brings me a disaster, but that's all right because I give him some disasters too. So it works good with us. So there's the front with those silly spacers. Yeah. So we're going to bleed everything. We're going to put that rear cover on, and I think that's the end of this one. We've got a little bit of a door switch issue because the light won't go off inside, so we'll take care of that, maybe make sure that's the problem, and that's where we're at right now. So we'll get things buttoned up and be right back with you. Hey guys, we had a tough day today on that Jeep, but we are going to take a little break now. We got some farm fresh ground beef right there, and if anybody's ever been to one of my burger days, you know how good it is. I'm going to make some hamburgers right now. We've got some hardwood in the grill, and we are going to grill up some burgers. I thought more people would be here today. Beautiful day out, but it's just me and Mike, and fire will be ready to go in just a couple minutes, and we'll throw some burgers on there and have a good end to the day. That Jeep beat us up pretty good, but that's all set now, and we are going to fuel up with some good farm fresh burger meat. So I'll show you the cooking as it happens. Yeah, we're finally getting to it. Time to relax a little bit. Nothing like burgers on a CJ2A body. This is one that we're building into a early tool slot body. This is what happened to the other one. Speed limit signs in it, but it's time for good burgers right now. So we're heading in. We're going to let the grill die down. A couple pieces of nice hickory in there, and we're going to go enjoy the rest of the day. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.